Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Jebel Racecourse here on Friday. It is January the 6th, 2017. I'm going to look at all the races on today's program from Jebel, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections from racetracks across the world. So let's get on to it. There are 6 races on today's card from Jebel. The first race, the 2:15 local post time. It is the Sheikh Hamad bin Rashid Al Maktoum Challenge. It's just it's a basic stakes race here, going for a purse of $50,000. We have a field of 9 horses traveling the 1,800 meters on the dirt course, a mile and a half ahead of them. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 6 horse, Dars Al Reef, with Jose Rosales. He's been around the block a few times, or she's been around the block a few times. She's a 5-year-old mare. Last time out on the 23rd of December at Jebel Ali, in a condition 1,600 meters. The horse finished second that day by 10 lengths behind a winner who won by. Nobody was catching the horse that day. This horse was just basically second best. It was the horse's first start since last February. He needed the start, or she needed the start. I think she should be running great here today. Start before Alon on the 26th of January of 2016 in a president's race for 1,800 meters. This horse finished fourth that day by 9.5 lengths. Was really weakening into it that day. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. And then start before Alon, 29th of January, in a maiden race. This horse finished third by 4 3/4 lengths. Really wasn't into it that day. This horse is still a maiden. Only run 4 times, believe it or not. Her Jebel Ali debut last time out was pretty good. First off the layoff, she needed the start, but I think she should do really well here today. So I'm going to take my chances with this one. So to recap my bets for race number 1 from Jebel Ali Racecourse, it's the Sheikh Hamad bin Rashid Al Maktoum Challenge. I'm going to go with the 6 horse Dars Al Reef as my top picks. So now let's get on to race number 2 from Jebel Ali. The second race is the Al Sharaf Investment LLC Stakes. It's basically just a handicap, actually, for Northern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and upwards, Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards, for horses rated 71 to 79. We have a field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, a mile and 1/8 ahead of them. And my top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 4 horse Secret Ambition with Richard Mullen. This horse is making his of the season, his 4th start of the season. All have come over the surface here at Jebel Ali. Last time out on the 9th of December, 1,600 meters in a 0 to 75 conditions handicap. This horse won that day by a head and really, got the lead. And when this horse got the lead about a 16th of a mile from the finish, he didn't open up. The horse who finished second was really fighting back. It was a nice victory for second one of the season, but he could have really, he could have improved off of it. Start before on the 11th of November, Jebel Ali. 1,400 meters in a 63 to 74 conditions handicap. Horse finished second by 3 lengths that day. Was closing up that day, but just needed a little extra ground. They did that next start out. They ran the mile last time out, and he proved he wanted it, and he won. And then start before at Jebel Ali. First start in over 11 months on the 28th of October in a 1,400 meters 0 to 70 conditions handicap. Horse won that day by a half length. Really closed up incredibly well. I think the mile and 8 distance should be perfect, right up this horse's alley. This horse should do well. So to recap my bets for race number 2 from Jebel Ali, it's the Al Sharaf Investment LLC handicap. Gonna go with the 4 horse Secret Ambition. Now let's get on to race number 3 from Jebel Ali. The third race is Darrenstown Stud handicap. It's going for a purse of $90,000. It's for Northern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and upwards, Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards, for horses rated 76 to 84. We have a field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 5 furlongs, so 1,000 meters ahead of them on the all-weather, or the dirt course, whatever they call it. And my top pick in this one will go to the 12 horse number 12, Ejbar. He has Richard Mullins up on this 5-year-old gelding out of Oasis Dream. Last time out, he's making his UAE debut today. Last time out at Ascot, the on the 2nd of September, on a good to firm ground, 6 furlongs in a condition 0 to 80 race. Horse finished 13th by 14 lengths that day. He just wasn't there. He beat one horse. It just wasn't his day to win. It gets a lot tougher. He's stepping down class today. Biggest question with this one, I think, is going to be the dirt, but I think he might be able to hand it with the big class drop. Start before the on the 19th of August, 1,000 meters at Sandown in condition 075. Horse finished second by half length that day. Got the lead actually, and in the midpoint of the stretch, about an eighth of a mile from the finish, but actually got caught right at the wire or right before the wire, and it was a very heartbreaking second place finish. I think he should have improved off of it, and then start before Newmarket 30th of July, and at 0 to 90 conditions, 1,200 meters on the turf course. Horse finished fourth by 2 lengths that day. Just wasn't there. Really didn't have the best of closing kicks. I'm going to use this horse as top pick here today, so to count my bets for race number 3 from Jebel Ali. It's Town Stud. Going to go with the 12 horse, Ej Bar. Now let's get on to race number 4 from Jebel Ali. The fourth race is the Chadwell Farm Handicap. It's going for an estimated purse of $85,000. It's for Northern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and upwards, Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards, for horses rated 71 to 79. We have a field of 11 horses traveling a distance of ground of 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters on the dirt course. And my top pick in this one will go to the 5 horse, number 5, Salvadori, with Bruno. Reese is on this 6-year-old bay gelding. He started a few times at the current Dubai season. His last start came on the 15th of December at Beidan, in a 1,600 meter conditions, 70-79 handicap. Horse finished fifth that day by 9.5 lengths. Really wasn't into it. Didn't quicken up at the end. It just wasn't his day to win. Start before at a racetrack he does very good at it. Locally here at Jebel Ali in the 11th of November, 63 to 74 type conditions handicap at 7 furlongs. This horse won that day by 3 lengths. Won away, clear, nice, easy victory. And then first start of the year at the season at Jebel Ali on the 28th of October in a maiden race, 1,000 meters. This horse won that day by 1.25 lengths. Really took off clear. He loves the local surface here at Jebel Ali. I think he should have a good run here today, so I'm going to use this horse as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Jebel Ali, it's the Chadwell Farm Handicap. Going to go with the 5 horse here, Salvadori. So now let's get on to race number 5 from Jebel Ali. The 5th race is the Arabian Scandinavian Insurance Company PLC Stakes. It's a handicap here going for Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards. There's also for Northern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds rated 0 to 70, and there's also for Northern Hemisphere 3-year-olds rated 65 to 85. We have a field of 17 horses. The 17 horse is also eligible when the horses are withdrawn. He'll draw in. They are going 1,400 meters on the dirt course, 7 furlongs here, and my top pick in this one will go to the 6 horse, number 6, Tatarock. Number 6, Tatarock. Patrick Dobbs on this Doug Watson trained 5-year-old gelding. He's a horse who does pretty, he's done okay here at Jebel Ali. His most recent start came on the 9th of December, 1,600 meters in a conditions handicap 0 to 75. This horse finished third by 2.25 lengths that day. He was leading early on and then just kind of weakened out of it. It was a disappointing run. He is coming back to the 1,400 meters today, which I think should be a key. He's bred to go on turf. He's got elusive quality, a United States bred horse, so the dirt shouldn't be a problem. And he's also is a winner over dirt, so don't get worried about that. But start before on November 25th at Jebel Ali in a handicap 70-79 rated horses going 7 furlongs. This horse finished 6th by 12.75 lengths, was just never there. Disappointing 6th place finish. And then Jebel Ali first start of the Dubai season in a 0 to 70 conditions race going 7 furlongs. Horse finished third by 5.5 lengths. He needed the race, just weakened out of it. But I think he should do well. His last win came locally on the 27th of November of 2015, Jebel Ali, and a maiden race 1400 meters. Horse won by half length. Really nice victory for this one. If you can run back to that race today, I think you should do well. So to recap my bets, race number 5 from Jebel Ali, it's the Arabian Scandinavian Insurance Company's PLC handicap. Gonna go with the 6 horse Tadarook. So now let's get on to race number 6 from Jebel Ali. Sixth race is the Romeo Interiors Factory Dubai Maiden Race. It's going for an estimated purse of $65,000 from maidens, Northern and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards. Weight for Northern Hemisphere 3-year-olds is 54 kilograms, and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds are 57.5 kilograms. Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and upwards get 60 kilograms. We have a field of 16 horses traveling the distance of ground of 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters on the dirt course. And my top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 10 horse Pradesh. Number 10 Pradesh. Tang O'Shea is on this 4-year-old bay colt. Last time out on 29th of December at Maidan, 1,600 meters in the conditions. Just a basic main race. Horse finished ninth that day by 17 lengths. Was not there at all. He did not like the surface. It was a disappointing ninth place finish. His horse is 9-0 basically in his lifetime, but he's run some decent races. Like the start before it made down on the 1st of December in the maiden race going 6 furlongs. Horse finished third by 4.5 lengths. Was closing up a tiny bit, but needed a little extra ground. And then start before first start in about a year. First start in about 7 months actually. Made on 17th of November in a 70-79 conditions race, 1,200 meters. Horse finished 7th that day. Wasn't with them, but he needed the race. He did improve next start out. I think he should do well in his Jebel Ali debut. So watch out for this one to run a big one. So to recap my bets for race number 6 from Jebel Ali, it's the Romeo Interiors Factory maiden race. Gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the 10 horse here, Pradesh. So good luck to all and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.